Okay. Okay. So in branch and bound, we already discussed general plan of branch and bound technique. And first example, we have discussed the assignment problem, and I have discussed one example for the assignment problem, job assignment problem. And this problem is solved by constructing the state space tree. For you know already, for if you are solving any problem using branch and bound technique, you have to compute the bound value. The bound value may be upper bound or a lower bound. It depends on the problem. For the assignment problem, we have to calculate the lower bound value. So for every node creation, we have calculated the lower bound value. And once the level is finished, we have to choose the best node. That is the node having the best bound value as the next parent. And that node will be explored to produce the next child nodes. Once all the options are over, you can find the optimal solution. The node is having an optimal solution. This is the general idea used to solve any problem using branch and bound technique. And this is a complete state space tree of assignment problem. Okay. I think the complete state space tree is now visible, no? Because in the last class there was a problem. You were not able to see the complete state space tree. Okay. And second example is the knapsack problem we have discussed. And this problem is solved using branch and bound technique. Here the idea was a different idea to calculate the upper bound value. Okay, this is the formula used to compute the upper bound value. And before computing the upper bound value, very important thing is you have to arrange the items in the descending order of their profit weight ratio. So here also we have considered the state space tree, and every node is having two options: with an item and without an item. If with an item, you will get the upper bound value, and without an item also we are calculated the upper bound value. Once the level is finished, you have to choose the best node. Okay, the node is having a maximum upper bound value, and explore that node. So this is what the complete state space tree of knapsack problem. In the exam also, you have to construct a complete state space tree. Okay, um, fine. So this completes the solving knapsack problem, and this was the assignment question I have given. Okay, in today's class we will discuss traveling salesman problem. So this problem already we have discussed in brute force chapter. Just recall the problem definition and the problem statement of brute force traveling salesman problem, which is discussed in the brute force chapter. The traveling salesman problem, here the problem statement is to find the shortest tour through a given set of n cities that visits each city exactly once before returning to the city where the tour was started. Okay, this is the problem statement of TSP. It means that you need to calculate the shortest path, shortest tour. The tour should cover all the n cities, and the constraint here is while you are visiting the cities, you have to visit the city only once. You are not supposed to visit the same city more than one time. Okay, and one more condition is after visiting all the n cities, you should end the tour at the source city only where you started the tour. Okay, this is the problem statement of traveling salesman problem. So we are modeling this problem by a weighted graph, and in brute force also we model this problem using a weighted graph only. Okay, here graph vertices represent the cities, and the edge represents what is the path or the edge between the that is what the path between two cities. Okay, and the weight on the edge represents the distance. Okay, so with traveling salesman problem, it can also be stated as the problem of finding the shortest Hamiltonian circuit of the graph. So finding Hamiltonian circuit is nothing but solving the traveling salesman problem. So first we will see what is this Hamiltonian circuit. Hamiltonian circuit means a cycle that passes through all the vertices of the graph exactly once. Yes, it completely matches with the problem statement of traveling salesman problem. Okay, so in traveling salesman problem also we have to find a cycle. Cycle means the path where the source and destination cities are same. Okay, so that path cost should be minimum. So that is what the required solution for the traveling salesman problem. Now let me to explain how to solve this problem using branch and bound technique. Okay, as I already told you, if you're solving any problem using branch and bound technique, you have to calculate the bound value first. Okay, so for this problem, I want the minimum value as the optimal solution. If you want a minimum value as the optimal solution, you have to calculate the lower bound. But in knapsack problem, we want the maximum value as the optimal solution. Hence, we calculate the upper bound. Okay. Now, the idea of calculating the lower bound value is different in traveling salesman problem compared to job assignment problem. Because in job assignment problem also, we have calculated the lower bound value. So first, let me explain what is the idea behind calculating the lower bound value for traveling salesman problem. Okay. You understand this idea clearly. It's a very important thing. Okay. What you have to do, you take each city, okay, that is city is I, from greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to n, means first city to the last city. Find the sum Si. Okay, you have to calculate the sum Si. Si means sum for the ith city, okay, of the distances. Okay, it is the sum of the distances from city I. Okay, it is a small I actually, from the city I to the two nearest cities. You take, for example, if I am considering city 1. For city 1, what are the two nearest cities? You take the distance, add those two distances, and compute the sum S for every n cities. Okay, and total sum should be divided by 2. Well, what the result you are getting will be the lower bound value. If the sum divided by total sum divided by 2 is not a integer number, take the nearest integer number. For example, if you are getting the result as 15.5, take it as 16. Okay, calculating the lower bound value clearly you can understand if I take an example. Okay, now let me take one example. So this is the given problem. Traveling salesman problem is represented or modeled using a weighted graph, weighted and directed graph. Okay, so you can observe here we have 5 cities A, B, C, D, E, and the edges are also there with the corresponding weight. Okay, so now first part is in solving this problem, you have to calculate the lower bound value. The very first lower bound value what you are calculating, that is the value for the root node of the state space tree. We did the same thing in the previous two examples also. Very first node is a root node where no cities are visited. Okay, in this problem, very first node is a root node where the no cities are visited. But we have to calculate the lower bound value for the root node. The lower bound value of the root node, what it tells, the optimal solution what you are going to get for the problem, it is not going to be lesser than the lower bound value. For example, for this problem, the lower bound value of the root node is 14. The optimal solution what you are going to get after solving this problem will not be lesser than 14. That is the lower bound. Okay, so now let me explain how the lower bound value is calculated for the root node. Very importantly, please clearly you observe the slide what I am showing now. So lower bound is equals to, you can observe here I have two symbols which represents the seal. Okay, seal means you have to once you divide the number, you consider the result as the nearest integer. Okay, lower bound is equal to, first I have written 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3. This is see 1 plus 3, 3 plus 6, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 4, 2 plus 3. With respect to all the 5 vertices. Okay. First term 1 plus 3, it is with respect to A. Now let me explain how it is 1 plus 3. Observe the city A. For city A, what are the nearest vertices? Nearest vertices for city A are B and C. A to B, A to C. A to C cost is 1. The next nearest vertex is B. Its cost is 3. 1 plus 3. Okay. Now take city B. For city B, nearest vertices are one is A. The cost is 3 plus next nearest vertex is C. Cost is 6. So 3 plus 6 plus. See, you have to add the distances, the sum which is calculated for every vertex to get the total sum. Okay. Now take the city C. For city C, the nearest nearest vertices are A and E. Cost is how much? 1 plus 2. D, nearest vertices are E and A. Cost is 3 plus, E and C. Cost is 3 plus 4. Okay. Next, for the vertex E, nearest vertices are C and D. See the cost. Okay. Nearest vertices are C and D. Cost is 2 plus 3. Okay. So first calculate the sum of these distances first. Okay. Now this sum is divided by 2. Okay. So you will get the total sum as 28, I think. Okay. 28 divided by 2 and the result will be 14. Okay. Now 14 is the lower bound value of the root node. And optimal solution, what you are going to calculate for this example will always be greater than or equal to 14, because this is the lower bound value. But minimum lower bound is 14 only. You will not get any value which is lesser than 14. Okay, fine. I hope bound value calculation is clear. If not clear, in one line, let me explain once again. For every city, take the nearest two cities and add the distances. A 1 plus 3, B 3 plus 6, C 1 plus 2, D 3 plus 4, E 2 plus 3. Calculate the sum, divide it by 2. Why we are dividing this sum by 2? No, because for every city I am considering two distances, two nearest distances. That's why we are dividing it by 2. So you will get the 14 as the lower bound. Okay, I hope lower bound calculation is clear. See, the same explanation is repeated for every node of the state space tree. Okay, but little bit changes in the equation, values of the equation. That's it. Okay, now let me to move on to the next slide. Okay, now again I am for the reference I have shown the input graph again. Okay, so here what I have to do here is, you know that a subset of a tour that must include a particular edge of a given graph, we update the lower bound by modifying the sum incident to two vertices of the edge. It means that suppose for the root node, when I calculate the lower bound value, I have not visited any city. Okay, for root node, while I am calculating lower bound value for the root node, I have not visited any city. Now, if you are visiting one city, so that will be the source node. Okay, let me take A as the source node. Now I am going to visit vertex A, the city A. Okay, when A is visited, now I have to means I am deciding I am going to visit the source vertex A. Now the values in the equation with respect to A should be nearest vertices, which are nearest to the vertex, the source vertex A only. The cost is 1 plus 3. Okay, those nearest distances we have to consider. Okay, so now observe here, this was your previous lower bound value calculation for the root node. Now once I visit a city, the next lower bound calculation, how it changes. Okay, for example, now A is visited. Okay, now from A I want to visit next D. A is visited, no problem. When I visit A, lower bound remains as 14 only, because I have calculated the first initial lower bound with respect to A only. Okay, now After visiting A, suppose if I am visiting the what city D, now the one edge is fixed, that is AD. Okay, first visited vertex is A. From A, I am visiting D. Now one edge is fixed in the path in the Hamiltonian circuit. Okay, so A to D edge is fixed now. Now observe the second line of the lower bound calculation. The first line what you are observing is related to the lower bound calculation of the root node. In the second line you observe what changes I have made in the second calculation, and this is the equation I have written when I consider when I am going to visit D, city D from A. Now observe here, city A, take the nearest two vertices for city A. Obviously it is B, C and D only, that is 1 and 3. But here what I am doing, after visiting A, I am visiting D. Now what I have to do, while I am considering the distances for city A, I have to take one edge distance, cost of one edge, which is connecting A and D. That is one cost, one number, plus, and another number will be the smallest distance from A to any other vertex. So with respect to A, I have written 1 plus 5. It was 1 plus 3. Now it is 1 plus 5. Why? The reason is, from A, nearest vertex is C, that is 1, plus, and another nearest vertex is B. But I am not, assume I am not visiting B now from A. I am visiting D from A. So now I have to replace 3 by 5. Is it clear? If you are visiting any new vertex from the already visited vertex, then the distance, some distance for that vertex is one number is the smallest distance from that city, plus, and another number is which city you are visiting, no, the distance between the current city to the next city, that is 5. 1 plus 5. Okay, fine. Now for city B, no problem for city B, because city B is for city B the distance is 3, nearest distance is 3 and 6. Okay, it remains as 3 plus 6. City C, no problem, it remains as 1 plus 2. City D, yeah, D is what actually I'm going to visit from A now. So now for city D also, take the first nearest one is 3 plus, see, it was 3 plus 4. Now it becomes 3 plus 5. Why? First nearest one is 3 plus, I have replaced 4 by 5. The reason is I am visiting D from A and I have to take that distance as a second term. So 3 plus 5 plus, and for E, no problem, it remains as 2 plus 3, divide by 2, and you will get the result as 16. I think you may get 31.5, I think. Take the round up value, okay, it is 16. Okay, 32 is equals to, sorry, you will get 15.5, 15.5, I think. Okay, if you take the round up value as 16. Okay, see, this is just an example I have taken to explain you how you need to make changes in calculating the lower bound values. Whenever you decide a particular edge or a particular city, you are going to visit from the current city. Okay, so now let me to solve this problem completely. Okay, yeah, this is the, okay, in the right side you can see the input graph. Okay, and the left side what you are observing is the first portion of the state space tree, root node and its 4 child nodes. Okay, now in this slide I am going to explain you how the nodes 1, 2, 3, 4 are generated from node 0. Okay, listen carefully. Okay, so node 0 is the root node. When it is a root node, only one vertex is visited, that is a source vertex. I have taken for this example A as the source vertex. Hence, you observe the node 0, there I have written only A. Within the node, I have written only A. In the next line, I have written lower bound LB equals to 14. I already explained you how lower bound for the root node is calculated. It is 14 by taking the nearest two vertices for every city and add the distance is added and the total sum will be divided by 2. That will be the lower bound of the root node. It is 14. Okay. Now I am going to explain you how node 1, 2, 3, 4 are generated from node 0. Okay. So now I visited A. Now what are the possible options for me to visit the next city? From A, I can visit next B. From A, I can visit next C. Or from A, I can visit next city as D. Or from A, I can visit next city as E. So now I have four possible options. Okay, four possible choices are there. Okay, so let me take all the four options and for every option calculate the lower bound value. Okay, using the formula what I have given in the previous slide. After calculating the lower bound value for all the four nodes or for all the four possible options, then choose the node whose lower bound value is minimum as the best node and explore that node to move on to the next level. Okay, so now node 1 which is related to A to B. From A I visited B. I am going to visit B. Okay, that is the lower bound. We have to calculate the lower bound value and this value is 14. I will explain how it is 14 and it is stored in node 1. Node 2 is related to you are visiting node C, city C from city A. Okay, okay. Now let me explain how the lower bound values are calculated. Yeah, node 0 I already explained you. Node 1. Now let me take node 1. Okay, so node 1 related to from the city A, you are visiting city B. Okay, now how the node lower bound value is calculated? So see, this is with respect to in the node 1 I'm considering only two vertices, that is A to B. Okay, so now only you need to make changes if required. If required, you need to make changes only the some distance of A and some distance of B. Okay, so see the lower bound equation now. First term, first the value what I have written in the within the first bracket, it is related to A. Second bracket related to B, and third term related to C, and fourth term related to D, fifth term related to E. Okay. Now node 1, I am taking only two vertices AB. So I need to make any changes if required only with respect to the terms related to A and B. Okay. So now observe the graph, given input graph. A, what is the smallest vertex, smallest distance from A? 1 plus, and another distance should be the distance from A to B. Don't forget that one. A to B, it is 3. Okay, plus. Right, previous term also it was same, 1 plus 3 only. Okay, next. Now I have to write the sum distance for B. For B, observe B, take the smallest distance from B, that is 3 plus. Next term should be the distance from next term should be from A only, but actually the smallest distance was 3 and 3 was connected to A only. So 3 plus next smallest distance is 6. It is 6 is written here for B. Okay, and for C no changes, 1 plus 2, D 3 plus 4, E 2 plus 3. Add these numbers and you will get 28 divided by 2 is 14. Okay, LB of node 1 is also 14. Now let me explain LB of node 2. Okay, when I consider node 2, now observe here, node 2 I have taken two vertices A and C. Now in the equation only I need to make changes in the sum distance term of A and sum distance term of C. You can observe in the equation I have shown those terms in red color. Okay, so the red color terms indicates that there I need to make the changes, because I'm for the node 2 I have taken A and C, first term related to A and third term related to C. Now see what changes I made here. So it is AC. Observe the node A. Smallest distance is 1. Oh, already 1 is connected to C only, no problem. Okay, because I want to visit C only next. Okay, in the second node. And the next option, next smallest node is smallest distance is 3, 1 plus 3. B no changes, 3 plus 6. And C no C for C smallest nearest vertices are A, E. Okay, so it is 1 plus 2. Uh, D no changes, E no changes, and you will get a total sum as 28 divided by 2 is 14. Okay, so node 2 calculation is over. Now node 3, observe node 3. How I calculated node 3? Because node 0, 1, 2, lower bound values are same, 14 only. But node 3, it changes to 6.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, in Node 2, we are going only two city, na, sir, A and C only.
yeah, A and C only.
Then we have to also go to B, sir, because we have added 3 plus 6 in
Listen,
Node
yeah.
2.
Yeah, see, to calculate the lower bound, you have to consider the some distances of every city. Consider the sum distance of every city. Node 1, what it tells now, that is one option. First, okay, A. First I visited A. Next city may be B. That is node 1. Okay. If I am not going to B, what is my next choice? Next choice, from A, I am going to visit C. Okay, I am not visiting C as the next city. Then what will be the next choice? D. That is what. I hope it is clear, Samrit.
Yes, sir.
See, when it is AB, it means that you already visited A and you are visiting B. When in node 2, that is one another option for you. Instead of going for B, suppose if I go for C as the second city, what is the value? If node 3 tells, okay, you visited A, instead of going for the city B or C as a second city, if you take D as a second city, what is the lower bound value? That we have to consider. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, node 3, it is 16. Let me explain how it is 16. Okay, when you are calculating the value of node 3, I have taken the two cities AD. Okay, so you observe here the equation. First term in the red color, fourth term is in red color. First term related to A, fourth term related to D. Okay, now first term is 1 plus 5. How it is 1 plus 5? Listen carefully, this is very important thing. Okay, so first term I have written 1 plus 5. How it is 1 plus 5? First term related to node A. Go to node A. What is the smallest nearest city for A? That is C. You write that number first, 1 plus. Next number what I am going to write is the number related to the edge between A to D, because node 3 is talking about AD edge from A to D. Okay, one number is related to smallest distance, that is 1 plus. Next number should be the distance from A to D. A to D is how much? 5. Okay, 1 plus 5. You can compare this value with the previous calculations. In all the previous calculations I had 1 plus 3. Now it is changes to 1 plus 5. Okay, for B, 3 plus 6, no changes because B is not coming into the picture now. B cost remains as 3 plus 6. For C, it remains as 1 plus 2 only. D, yes, D is present in node in the state space tree. In the state space tree, the third node contains AD. No, so hence the distance of some distance for the city D is 3 plus 5. It was 3 plus 4. Now it is 3 plus 5. How? See the city D. For the city D, nearest vertex is E. Okay, that cost is 3 plus, and another number should be the distance of the edge connecting A and D, and its cost is 5. 3 plus 5. Okay, and E, the term related to E remains as 2 plus 3 only, no changes. Now calculate this sum, divide by 2, and you will get 16. 31 divided by 2 is 15.5. Take the round up value 16. This is about node 3 calculation. Node 4 also let me to explain. Then I will give 1 or 2 minutes time. If you have any doubts in this calculation, please ask me the doubts. Okay. So node 4, in node 4 is related with the next option. Suppose if E is my second city, after A, if E is my second city, what will be the lower bound value? Because I have to consider all the possibilities here in the very first level. Okay, so if E is my second city, then the lower bound value is, you observe the equation of node 4 now. Node 4 of the state space tree, I have written first term and the last term in red color. The reason is the node 4 of state space tree talking about only city A and E. Okay, so with respect to A, now let me to take with respect to A, it is 1 plus 3. Okay, 1 plus sorry, there is a mistake. Please do one more time the calculation. um, I'm because AE, A smallest distance is 1 plus, and another value should be from A to E. It should be 8. Sorry, you do the calculation. It is not 1 plus 3. It is, later I will make the corrections. Okay, it should be 1 plus 8. 1 plus 8 plus B no changes, 3 plus 6. C no changes, 1 plus 2. And D no changes, 3 plus 4. And E is the smallest distances, smallest nearest vertex for E is, one is C, that is 2 plus, and another value should be the edge which is connecting E to A, and it should be 8. So please do the calculation. Here some mistake is there in node 4. First term is 1 plus 8 and last term is 2 plus 8. Please anyone do the calculation. Can you give the total sum,
Sir, we
how much
can't.
you are getting? Yes.
Sir, we can't see last note, sir. Last E.
Last calculation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No problem. Please, if you have a pen and paper, you copy the values. I will give you the values. Okay. But later I will give you this presentation. Then you can see that equation, because you no need to see this last equation also. The reason is some mistake. I made some mistake here in writing the values. Please, you do one calculation. You have pen and paper.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, Rudra Prasad, please do this calculation and tell me the result. Okay, you add first, you add 1 plus 8
Yes, sir.
plus 3 plus 6
Yes, sir.
plus 1 plus 2
Yes, sir.
plus 3 plus 4
Yes, sir.
plus 2 plus 8. Okay,
Yes, sir.
what is the
And
sum? How much you are getting total sum? 38.
38.
Yes, that's correct. 38 divided by 2 is 19.
19.
Correct. 19. So now lower bound value of the node 4 is 19. Thank you, Anusha and Rudra Prasad. Okay, 19 is the lower bound value of the node 4. Is it clear?
yes, sir.
Okay. In the slide, I made some mistake. Later, before uploading this material, I will make that corrections. Okay, you can see the correct one. Okay. Now, level 1 calculation is completed. In level 1, I got 4 nodes. Node in the state. Observe the state space tree, which is shown in the top left corner. Okay. Node 1 AB, node 2 AC, node 3 AD, node 4 is AE, and lower bounds are 14, 14, 16, 19 respectively. When I observe these 4 nodes, the best node is the node having the minimum lower bound value. But here I have node 1 whose lower bound value is 14, and node 2 lower bound value is also 14. Now it's your choice. You take any one node as the best choice, as the best node, and continue solving the problem. Okay, so I am going to take node 1 as the next child node. I am going to consider for the generating the next part of the solution. Okay, I am going to ignore node 3, node 4 also. The reason is node 3 lower bound, which is 16 greater than 14, not the best choice. Node 4 also not best choice. Leave it, and even ignore node 2 also, because whose lower bound same as the node 1. Okay, fine. Now I am going to explain you the next level of solving this problem, how node 1 is expanded. How node 1 is expanded. Okay. So for, this is what the result of node 1, and for your reference I am showing the input graph also. When I explore node 1, I got 3 more child nodes. The child nodes number is 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you observe node 5, 6, 7. Later I will explain you how the lower bound values of 5, 6, 7 are calculated. Okay. First you observe the node 5. Node 5 parent is what? Node 1. What is the label of node 1? AB. It means that first you visited A, then you are visiting B. Now you observe node 5. After visiting B, what is my next choice? Next choice is I may visit C, or I may visit D, or I may visit E as the third city. Since I have 3 options, hence I generated 3 child nodes for node 1 named as 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's clear? Okay. Node 5 label is ABC. Node 6 label is ABD. Node 7 label is ABE. Okay. So now let me to calculate the lower bound value for the node 5, 6, 7. Yeah. See the calculation of node 5, how it is calculated. You observe here, again I have written few terms in red color. You can observe I have written 3 terms in red color. The 3 terms are ABC. Why? Because in node 5 I have taken only 3 cities ABC. So if I want to make any changes, I have to make changes only in the first 3 terms, and the last 2 terms where this some distance remains same as the first node. Okay. So A, after visiting A, I am visiting B. Okay. Now the first term should related to the smallest, the nearest cities for A. Now go to city A. What are the nearest cities for A? One is C. That you write that number 1 plus, and another number should be the edge connecting to B, because after A I am visiting B. No, that's why 1 plus 3 plus. Okay. Second term related to the city B. Okay. Now observe city B. It's very important thing, city B, because B is coming in between A and C. It means that after visiting A, I visited B. After visiting B, I am visiting C. Now the distances, some distances of city B should contain the cost of the edge which are connecting B from A and connecting C from B, these 2 edges. So you observe the second term of the calculation, I have written it as 3 plus 6. Why? One edge is from A to B, cost is 3, and another edge is B to C, cost is 6. 3 plus 6. Is it clear? Very important thing. So in ABC, B is the middle city, B is coming from A and going to C. So I have to take the only these 2 edge cost to compute the sum distance of city B. So hence it is 3 plus 6 plus. Now the third term related to C. Okay, third term related to C. Now I have C is coming from B. So one edge is fixed now. C is coming from B. One edge is fixed. Okay, what is that cost? C is coming from B. C is coming from B. Cost is 6. Okay, another number should be the smallest, nearest city for C. Nearest city for C is A, and its cost is 1. 1 plus 6. Okay, is it clear? Let me repeat again. While you are writing the sum distance for the city C, I have to write 2 values. One value is the nearest vertex, that is A, cost is 1 plus, and another value is C is coming from B. No, the edge which is connecting B and C, that cost you have to write 6. 1 plus 6. Okay. Now next D. D no problem, because in ABC I am not considering D, not at all. Okay. And D cost remains as 3 plus 4 only, because 2 nearest cities for D is C and E, its cost is 3 plus 4. And E, no problem, it remains as 2 plus 3. You add all these numbers, you will get 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. Okay. So 16 was the answer for node 5. And how node 6 is calculated, let me explain. Node 6, uh, uh, I will give one minute time. Please, you can observe the input graph also. Please try to write the values of lower bound values calculation for the node 6 also. Then you verify your answer with the answer what I am presenting here. Will you get the same equation or not? Let me to verify. Okay, I will give 1 minute time. I know what is the difficulty with this one. Okay, that's why you write one time lower bound calculation for the node 6 and verify your answer with the answer what I am showing here. Is it right or wrong? Please inform me. That's why in the beginning only I told you use a sheet of
Sir, it's a
paper.
correct answer.
You got the same equation: 1 plus 3, 3 plus 7, 1 plus 2, 3 plus 7, 2 plus 3.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sonal Singh.
Yes, sir.
You got the same answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody got any different answer? If you got any different answer, please inform me. I can make the corrections. Is anybody got any different answer? Okay, I assume all of you got the same answer. Let me to continue the explanation. Okay. Node 6, the label is ABD. Means first I visited A, then I visited B, now I am going to visit D. So in the lower bound calculation, I have to consider the if I want to make any changes, I have to make changes only for the three terms, that is first term, second term, and the fourth term, because of the the vertex, the city D. City D is the fourth city, no? That's why. Okay. Okay, fine. A, the term related to A is 1 plus 3. The reason is one first, y it is 1, smallest nearest vertex for A is C, cost is 1, and next y it is 3, because from A I am going to B, its cost is 3, 1 plus 3. Okay, next B. For B, the term is 3 plus 7. See, it was 3 plus 6 in the previous equation. Now it is 3 plus 7. Why? Because B is coming from A and going to D. So I have to take two edges with respect to B, that is one edge A to B and another edge B to D. So the cost is 3 plus 7. Okay. And C, no changes. C is 1 plus 2 only. See, you know how it is 1 plus 2? This was the term which I have taken in the very first equation, that is with respect to node 0. If you are not making any changes, if that vertex is not coming here, then that some distance should be taken from the very first equation, that is 1 plus 2. Or it's very simple. C is not coming here, means I have taken only ABD, no? C is not coming. So now for C, you take the two nearest cities. For C, two nearest cities are A and E, cost is 1 plus 2. That's why. Okay, fine. It was 1 plus 6 in the previous equation. Now it is 1 plus 2. We observe that. Okay. Now next D. D is 3 plus 7. Why? Because D is coming from B. Okay, B to D I should take first. B to D is 7. And another one is nearest vertex is E. Cost is 3, 3 plus 7. And E, no problem. It remains same, 2 plus 3. So 32 divided by 2, it is equals to 16. And same explanation applicable for node 7 also. Please you do this calculation once again and you will get 19 as the answer. Now this level is completed. I got 3 child nodes in a state space tree, 5, 6, 7. 5, fifth node lower bound value is 16, and sixth node is 16, and seventh node is also seventh node is 19. Now the best node is again 5. You can take 5 as the best node, or even you can take 6 as the best node. Okay, but here because only 2 nodes are left next after these 3 cities, hence I am going to explore both 5 and 6. Okay, in the next slide you can observe that calculation. Okay, fifth node is also explored and sixth node is also explored. Now once I explore fifth node, I will get two more nodes, that is node 8 and node 9. When I explore node 6, I got 2 more nodes, that is node 10 and node 11. Okay, so I am going to call the node 8, 9, 10, 11 as the leaf nodes. Okay, because after this you no need to explore any more nodes, hence these are called as the leaf nodes. Okay, in this level you will get the optimal solution. Okay, now let me explain how you will get the optimal solution. Okay, so now the leaf node lower bound value for the leaf node calculation is very simple. Okay, because coming to you take one node now, node 8. Node 8 is coming from node 5. In node 5 label is ABC, means first A, then B, then C. Now how many choices left now after C? After C, either I may go to D or I may go to E. Correct now? If I go to D, then it is ABCD. That is node 8. If I go to E after C, then it is ABCE. That is node 9. Okay, is it clear? Node 8 is ABCD. Node 9 is ABCE. Because only 2 nodes are left. 2 cities are left to visit. Okay, so if you visit D, that is node 8. If you visit E, that is node 9. Okay, fine. Suppose you take node 8 now. After C, if I visit D, okay, and after D, only one city is left, correct? That is E. Okay, instead of doing one more calculation, visiting E also I am doing in the node 8 only. Is it clear? See, node 8 related to after visiting C, I am visiting D. After visiting D, only one city is left, that is E. So visiting E calculation is also done in the node 8 only. Otherwise, you have to do one more calculation, not required. Do it in node 8 only. So the label is ABC parent value. After C, visit D. After D, visit E. Then E come back to A. Because it is a cycle, no? The tour is a cycle where you should end the cycle. You should end the tour from the city where you started the tour. Okay, so now let me to explain how the value of node 8 is calculated. Now you no need to divide it. It's very, because almost we are nearest to the answer, you no need to divide it by 2 also. Now let me explain how it is 24. Okay, it's very simple. A to B cost is 3. From B, then I go to C. B to C cost is 6. After C, I should go to D only. C to D cost is how much? 4. And then from after visiting D, I have to go to E. There is only one city left. D to E. D to E cost is how much? D to E cost is 3. After visiting E, I go back to A. E to A cost is 8. You observe the given graph. Okay, the total sum is 24. Hence the cost of node 8 is 24. Cost of node 9 is 19. How it is 19? First parent is ABC. After visiting C, the next option I am going to visit E. Okay, ABC visited. Only one city is left, that is D. From E, you visit D, and all the cities are visited. From D, again you go back to A. Now the cost is 19. How it is 19? A to B cost is 3. BC, next B to C, cost is 6. C to E, cost is 2. And E to D, cost is 5. E to D cost is 3. And again, D to A, cost is 5. So total sum is equals to 19. Okay. So now node 10, node 11, how the values are 24 and 16, same explanation. You observe node 10, what is the parent of node 10? ABD, means A is visited, then B, then D is visited. Now what is the next option? I may visit C or I may visit E. If I visit C, that is node 10. So ABDC. After visiting C, only one city is left, that is E. You write E also in the same node. And after visiting E, you have to go back to A. Okay, the value is 24, explained here. And node 11, label is ABD, parent is ABD. After visiting ABD, visit E. From E to C, then C back to A. And its cost is 16. Okay, now no more cities are left. I have visited all the n cities, all the 5 cities exactly once, and the tour ends in the city where I started the tour, that is source city is A. Now observe the complete state space tree. The best node, optimal tour is node 11 because its cost is 16. Okay, let me to show the complete state space tree. Sorry, uh, sorry, I have not copied that one. I will show you that complete state space tree later. Okay, now in the last level, I have visited all the cities. You take node 8, it is also a solution. Node 9 is also a solution. Node 10 is also a solution. Node 11 is also a solution. But node 8, 9, 10 are not the feasible, are not the optimal solution, are feasible solution, but not the optimal solution. Because node 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, I am not violating any constraints. Hence, they are feasible, but they are not the best solution. But node 11 is the best solution. Its cost is 16. Okay, so the optimal optimal tour length is 16, and the path, what is the path of node 11? ABDECA. That is the optimal solution to the optimal tour for the traveling salesman problem. I hope this explanation is clear. So this completes solving the traveling salesman problem using branch and bound technique. One slide I have to include, that complete state space. I will include it in the slides. So later I'm going to share these slides with you people. So then I will include that slide also. Okay. So now this is an assignment question for you. Apply the branch and bound algorithm what I have discussed till now to solve the traveling salesman problem for the following graph. Can you remember this graph? This was the graph I have taken when I discussed the traveling salesman problem in the brute force chapter, the same graph. Okay, but you have to solve this problem using branch and bound technique now. Okay, this completes the last topic of the unit 5. That is solving or applying the branch and bound techniques to solve optimization problems like traveling salesman problem, job assignment problem, or the knapsack problem. Okay. Yes. Yes. Any doubts in my explanation? If you have any doubts, I can clarify your doubts. See, it's again I observed here. Let me stop the recording. If you have any doubts, you ask me.